Hello. Welcome to the Montreal Canadiens News Channel. So already leave your like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. When he started covering the Montreal Canadiens in 1965, Pat Hickey could look up into the rafters and see 12 Stanley Cup flags. On his last night of work at the Bell Centre on Saturday against the Ottawa Senators, there were double that number, along with as many retired greats from Jacques Plante to Patrick Roy. The Habs paused Saturday's game in the third period to honor Hickey for his many years covering the team for the Montreal Gazette. "It was really electrifying last night," Hickey told CTV News. "It's probably the only time I'll have 20,000 people cheering me on." Hickey is leaving his post at the Gazette, so another younger reporter can stay on while the Montreal newspaper's parent company, Post Media, cuts its newsroom. "I was old enough to have stayed, but that would have meant that some young people with mortgages and families could have been in danger," he said. "So I figured the best thing to do was ride off into the sunset and give someone else a chance." The Habs gave him a custom jersey before the game, and Twitter was flooded with notes from other journalists, sports fans, and those at the game who wanted to oust the legendary scribe. "I was very lucky to have Pat Hickey as a mentor, colleague and great friend for over 30 years at the Montreal Gazette," wrote fellow sportswriter Stu Cowan. "I will miss working with him. Congratulations on a great career, Hick, spanning lots of fun and games in lots of papers," said Lance Hornby of Toronto, holding a photo of Hickey working for the Sun for 4 decades. "It's a job Hickey will miss. I used to tell people it's not like I actually have a job," he said. "Someone is paying me to watch sporting events." On Sunday, Hickey was in Boisbriand for the Montreal Force women's team's last home game of the season, and he will cover 2 of the Canadiens' Pacific Road trip games this week from his office. By bittersweet. Hickey said it had been a hectic 3 weeks since Post Media announced it would be making redaction cuts. The Gazette was originally looking at 10 layoffs, but ended up losing 5.5 jobs, he said. Hickey added that the business has changed and covering from afar, relying on Twitter feeds for information and not being close to the team is not the way to effectively engage with the team. "It's not as much fun as it used to be," he said. "Since COVID, for an entire year I've been covering the NHL from my home office, and Post Media decided not to travel a few months ago and that took some of the fun out of it. It's hard to cover a team when you're not there." Hickey said he has worked in newsrooms with as many as 250 employees. The Gazette will drop to around 35 this year. "This is disheartening," said the old journalist. "I pick up the newspaper now and it's so small. I'm used to 150-page newspapers. Now it's down to around 30 or 40. In general, everything in the business has changed a lot and not for the better. Like a funeral." Hickey has spoken to many colleagues from different media organizations over the last few months and years, who have seen the business they are in shift to more digital and less money in advertising. At Saturday's game at the Bell Centre, Hickey said it felt like a funeral. "There is a sense of shared grief," he said. "The night was a celebration, and it's like when people die, you really celebrate their lives, and that's a bit of how I felt. People were celebrating my career and I felt really good about that." That was today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me here in the comments what you think. Because it's really cool to know where you're watching my video and how far it's going. I really enjoy reading comments and replying to most of them. And if you haven't signed up yet, take the opportunity to sign up. See you in the next video.